Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. This is one of the sleeper hits from 2014. Pretty much, from what I hear, most people did not expect this game to be spectacular because, let's be honest, most movie-based games are usually a little under par. Lord of the Rings sometimes did a little better in general. They're hack and slashers based on the movies were really good. Return of the King specifically, when that one came out back in, I don't know, '04 or whatever for the Xbox and the PlayStation. I guess probably the GameCube as well. Either way, this game, Shadow of Mordor, surprisingly spectacular. Very similar combat style to the Arkham games. I believe it's from Warner Brothers as well, the same studio that did the Batman Arkham games. Also great games. If you've never played them before, I recommend you pick them up. Well, maybe not. What was it? The third one, where it's Batman being Batman. Oh Lord, you've never seen that story before. But Arkham City and Arkham Asylum were great. Anyway, back to Shadow of Mordor. I'd have to go back through a list of what all came out last year, but if this isn't my game of the year of 2014, it's in the top 3. It was surprisingly excellent, and you can get it for pretty much every one of the systems for about $30 now. That's always on sale. Don't get it for the 360 or the PS3 though if you do pick it up, because it's a severely neutered, cut down version of the game. It's not nearly as good. The boss system is much more cut down. So anyway, I'm playing it on PC as always. It did come out on PS4 and Xbox One though, so if you have those, it's good for them as well. Anyway, this game was spectacular. Excellent fighting. The system with the orc bosses, it's being able to take over the minds of them and kind of like infiltrate the system with your own little sleeper agents was just hysterical. And having the orcs have personalities, Uruk-hais, whatever, having the Uruks have personalities and just their own kind of menacing look to them. They all have their own specific look because they're pretty much randomly generated. Either way, the orcs in this they definitely are what make the game. It's super interesting seeing the hierarchy system of the orcs as you play the game. It's also the best Assassin's Creed game I've ever played, because it's got a lot of the same sneaky stabby elements that it does, because early on you're weak as hell. You can't stand up to a fight at all, but by the end of the game you could take on Sauron if it wasn't for his Sauron if it wasn't for the One Ring keeping him alive nonsense. You're so insanely overpowered by the end of this game. But at the beginning you're weak as hell, so you gotta be stealthy. And unlike Assassin's Creed, to get back to my original point, when you're running along, you don't just find yourself randomly halfway up a building like you do in Assassin's Creed, because that game has the twitchiest, shittiest controls for that kind of system. They're fun, but they're on like the 12th game now, and they haven't changed the controls in forever. I haven't played 4 or Unity yet. 4 here was good, but only because of the pirates thing. And then Unity is supposed to just be a steaming pile of shit at this point. So, great Assassin's Creed game this is, as well as just fun being in Middle-earth again. I do always like the Lord of the Rings setting. Being a turbo nerd that I am, of course I've read Lord of the Rings. I'm actually currently going through the Tolkien dictionary, because that's what I do. I recommend you pick it up. I got it for $15 at not Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, I think it was Books A Million. A lot of good lore and backstory and stuff to that for those of you who want to get more than just what you got in Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I love Middle-earth. I love Lord of the Rings. It's a great series, great franchise. Ignore the Hobbit movies that just came out. If you boiled them down, you have 3 hours of good Hobbit movie, but nah, they had to make 9 hours because money. Well, I rambled on too long, so we're going to start Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. I'm sure there'll be some fun cutscenes, so we'll watch those.
In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. It was here, on the slopes of Mount Doom, that the Dark Lord Sauron was defeated by a last alliance of men and elves. It is here that for 2,500 years the rangers of Gondor stood watch, guarding against a nameless threat they had all but forgotten. And while the strength of Gondor faded, the power and malice of Sauron grew in darkness. He has returned to Mordor. Shadow, the flame hath fallen on the Black Gate, and no mortal man can stand in its path.
You're dear Iron. That is a perfect swing for killing chicken. Wouldn't want to hurt you. It'll take a lot more than that. Dear Hyle, the mighty chicken killer. Come on. Come on. Show your father what you have, huh?
So we get the lovely flashback tutorials, since we already know that his family's been massacred by someone. Oh, 3 guesses
You have to
who.
hit harder if you want to best your father.
Hard enough?
Yes! Parry, son. Don't forget to block.
Perhaps you should not forget to hit.
Stay alert, dear Hire. Your enemy will not always be as he appears.
I'm gonna suck with the audio right now. There's no clanking of swords. Oh, there we go.
Easy, son. You're not a soldier yet. I'll have your gun.
I'm all right.
And this game is also super brutal for those of you who have never seen it before. Extremely violent if you're a bit queasy. Okay. I'm having this odd controller glitch where my start menu keeps popping up. So give me 2 seconds while I unplug and replug. Because even though I do love playing on PC, I tend to prefer to use the plug-in gamepad because the 360 is an excellent controller. I'm used to having the amazing abilities that you have at the end of the game. Yeah, these orcs give absolutely no troubles in the slightest later on in the game. Like the standard Uruk-hai, you just massacre by the swarm. Yes, Uruk-hai are exactly like bees. They swarm.
Their deaths are far from swift, father. Remember, son, lunge deep and cut deeper.
These orcs are much stronger than any we've ever seen.
They're not orcs, they're Uruks. They're far worse. There's too many. Go find your mother. Go find your mother. Keep her safe. I'll be right behind you. Go.
I don't remember the exact backstory of Uruks. If I remember correctly, it's orcs that have been breeded with goblins, and for some reason that makes them immune to daylight, because the original orcs are...
You are banished from death.
Original orcs are susceptible to sunlight. It hurts them. Not like vampires. They don't burst with flames. They just don't like it. Yeah, she's just gonna wander by her husband without saying hello or giving him a nod or.
On winds and waters may you cross, see mountains white and blue, but on your road.
Oh my god, that would be the best mod for this game ever. If someone changed it to where when you sneak up on Uryx, instead of stabbing them, you kiss them and then they die. Oh, that would be ridiculous. The code's in there, modders. Do it.
Happy anniversary, Mother.
Alien, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor.
Did you talk to my father?
Yes, I did. And nothing has changed. He's still very stubborn.
I say we go anyway.
I will not come willingly.
There must be a better life than this.
Go to the Shire. Be the tall people.
Let's see.
Smoke some wonderful pipe weed and enjoy ale. Hang out with short people.
We must hide now, or we are both dead. Come on.
We should have left when we had the chance.
Don't move. I'll clear a path. I'm outnumbered. Stealth is my only advantage.
That's what I'm saying, man. Sneak up and kiss of death.
Stop feasting!
It would be goddamn hysterical. You all know it. Stab, stab.
Put the sword down, Ranger.
Yeah, he's fucking dead. Shattered his back.
The Black Hand wants him alive. Take her!
He will live. I'm right here, son. I'm right here.
We'll be together, my love. Soon. Forever.
Come back to me, Elf Lord.
Like I said, this game can be a little hardcore.
What is this place?
See for yourself.
I do like how he doesn't question the obvious ghost dude.
Now do you believe me, Ranger?
What has happened to me?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. A curse binds us together within the walls of Arda.
Arda is the name of the planet that Middle-earth is on, for those of you who don't know.
Then how do we break this curse?
We find the one who cast it on us. The Black Hand of Sauron.
Alright, now we get to the orc stabbing.
This looks familiar.
Load screen.
Kill the nobleman, Yorith. His life now belongs to Gondor.
Father, if you turn my love in, I shall swear I killed Lord Asgon when he attacked me. We shall both sacrifice our lives to Gondor.
You get weird backstory stuff that's kind of unimportant, but it's interesting that they did it. These are just fancy save point and fast travel systems. And then the continents are broken up. The areas are broken up in little smaller areas that are ruled over by different war chiefs and such. It'll go into that soon. Whee!
Stop flapping about and give me what I need! So, we missed one of you at Narcos, eh? An easy mistake to fix.
Ghost bow.
You will suffer for what you've done! The Black Hand wanted them all dead!
But yeah, very Batman Arkham style. A lot of parries and combos and such. Oh, you're so weak at the beginning. Seriously, you put 20 hours into this game, you are hell on wheels, man. You massacre everybody.
Go back to him.
Here's one of the main mechanics of the game, where you can essentially mind rape an orc and steal his memories.
What do you know of the Black Hand of Sauron?
He is a fiend. Made of thin air.
What more?
A slave I had. Swears he fought him. I sold him for a keg of grog to Gimu the slaver.
You don't always get a cutscene like that. This is just tactical data telling you stuff. One of the interesting things about this is you figure out war chiefs' strengths and weaknesses. Like, some are scared of animals, some are scared of bees, some can only be killed with ranged attacks, some can't be snuck up upon.
Trust has nothing to do with it. His thoughts cannot lie.
Eventually, by the end of the game, you'll occasionally run into a war chief who has, like, no weaknesses. There's practically no way to kill him. Like, it's so tough to kill some of these guys sometimes. I've had one who was immune to literally everything except for exploding barrels, which are sometimes it's just extremely difficult to get them near a barrel. So, yeah. And every weapon you have has rune slots that you can eventually upgrade. I think I got one of the DLC packs for like 20 cents or something that came with a couple of extra runes at the beginning. Oh, and they also have really interesting appendices, so you can find out information about all the characters, all the monsters, all of the plants, because you can gather herbs to get healed, and it's just really interesting having backstory on all these little things. Like, they have Hobbit pipeweed in this game, which is apparently a healing agent if you don't smoke it. So, just funny things like that. And they do a really good job with
The world has changed.
backstory stuff.
Nothing makes sense.
Nothing has changed. This is how it will be. The future and the past are linked in double.
Oops. What is that? Ah. That is that.
Yes.
I don't understand why I'm here.
And I can't remember. Let's go find the slaver. His mind may provide answers.
Oh yeah, that's how you enter the wraith mode. Okay. And you'll find these little hidden things on the walls. They give backstory and stuff. Like this is some kind of grand elven poem that tells you the backstory of the wraith whenever you collect all these things.
These are Ithilden,
yeah.
Star Moon, forged of Mithril. They hold memories of the ancient past. The knowledge within may be fair or ill.
So let's see. And so you get all these fun little side things. You get specific like stealth missions, which will eventually upgrade your dagger. You can get fighting missions, which will upgrade your sword, and you get kill a certain amount of range things with your bow to upgrade that. And then there's little things like that, artifacts. You can get it's like a piece of a broken blade, and it'll give you a little backstory into Mordor and such. I think they did a really good job with all that sort of stuff. The main story of this one, it leaves something to be desired. It gets kind of goofy, especially towards the end. Those of you who've beaten it know what I'm talking about. The final sentence of the game, where you're just kind of like, what the fuck? But the whole ride up to it is spectacular. It's just so much fun. They did such a good job crafting the combat system and the stealth system and the orc branding system, which you end up not getting until about halfway through the game, unfortunately. But man, until then, it's so much fun though. But once you get that branding ability, so good, because there's two areas in the game. You start off in Mordor, and then you go to Numenor, I believe it's called. I only sort of know the backstory of that area. That was one of the places that Min originally came from, or something like that. Don't quote me on that. And Tolkien fanatics, don't freak out. I'd call myself an intermediate on Tolkien lore. So I've never made it through the Silmarillion. I've tried several times, but there's a whole lot of so-and-so begat so-and-so begat so-and-so in the beginning. It's like reading the more boring parts of the Bible. So there we go. This is one of the captains, and I think he's way too powerful for me right now. But if you can manage to beat him up, you can mess up the orc hierarchy pretty quickly. And that's my phone. Sorry about that. Forgot to turn it off. And this guy is pretty easy right now because he's one of the beginning guys, but later on you'll have to fight them when they got a posse around, and that can be super frustrating. Every now and again, I've had missions where I'm killing one of these guys, and then 3 more orc captains will just kind of appear and like help in the fight, and oh god, it just becomes so ridiculous when that happens, because you'll be close to killing one, and then another one will sneak up, and then you'll have to kill him while fighting the other guy, and then another one will sneak up, and it just happens every now and again. You'll get this clusterfuck of every captain trying to kill you at once. For what just happened, I interrogated him, and he's giving me what this guy likes and what he's scared of for his perks and such. So he's fearless. I can't scare him. If I burn him, anytime they have a hate of anything, if you do that thing to them, they regain a bunch of their health and they fight harder. So if I ever burned him, he would become much more difficult to slay. Monster Slayer means if eventually you get to ride on these giant weird cat monsters called Kerrigs. If you attack him with one of those, he'd kill in like 2 hits. Jump attack, if he leaps, grapple, he can pick you up. But he is damaged by combat finishers, like they have an execute move that you get later on, which means it would do a bunch of bonus damage to him. And then he's also damaged with ranged attacks, which is the best way to do it, because you can occasionally get a sniper shot right in the eye and take a guy out from half the map away. That's always fun. And technically, I didn't really kill him. That's another interesting thing about this game. If you don't decapitate, just completely cut off the head of an orc, the the captains can actually come back later on, and they'll be more fucked up, and they'll have like bandages and stuff on their face, and they'll be like, I fought you before. Well, I'm just not going to go that way again. I'm going to kill you this time, you bastard. And then if you keep killing them, you'll eventually they'll just look so fucked up by the end. I had one guy I killed 7 times without actually decapitating him, and he started off with, he got burns on his face because I killed him with a barrel, and then killed him again, came back and he had like these, what the fuck was that? Came back and he had these like metal bands on his face because I fucked him up so bad with a knife, and then by the 7th time he just had a black bag over his head because he was just so fucked up. I don't think they could have animated anything else onto him. So it's just really funny whenever you keep running into these same guys over and over. It's worth it not to decapitate them sometimes just so you can get silly stuff like that. And here's the upgrade system. You get abilities by doing sneak attacks and finding hidden treasures throughout the land and such. And then you can upgrade your abilities. I don't know why you have to be able to buy the ability to blow up barrels with a shot, but you do. Yeah, Karagors, that thing in the corner. It's this weird armor-plated cat monster thing. And they can severely fuck up orcs. And I will get execution at the beginning. And so, yeah, so you get these by collecting stuff. Max health, max HP, rune slots, bow slots. I'll start off with max health. Or no, I won't because I don't have enough points yet. But I'll come back to it. Yeah, so I just got... And every time you kill a captain, you get runes. And they make all your stuff better. The stronger the captain, the better the rune. You can get better runes by killing them in specific ways. Like if you kill them with their fears, things like that. Yeah, it's a really interesting system, though. You can definitely add a lot to how you damage people, and how you can get like immunity to poison, things like that. So like here, there's a collectible herb. You gather that, regains health. I'm currently at full health, but it gives me a lore because I've never collected that before. Ooh, I should have gone slowly, but I did not. So now we have to fight. And if you're really good at countering, you can definitely make it through a large portion of this game without even getting hurt. And that is an execution. That happens whenever you hit a specific amount in your combo meter. Your sword will glow blue, and that way you'll know you can get a one-hit kill on anybody. And I got some slaves helping me out. They knocked him down for me. He's too far away for me to care, so he gets ghost arrow in the ear. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the first little mission thing. Slaver. He holds information on the black captains. And it took me about 30 hours to beat this game, and that's with getting every collectible. I got most of the achievements my first playthrough. So probably about 25 hours for this this Let's Play.
The prisoner created a distraction.
Why use your human sight to track the Uruk? I see more than any mortal.
What your elf I see? Yeah.
Slay the orc captain, cut off the head of the snake, and the body will wither.
And so, the...
I must take out the eyes of the camp.
The elf ghost can essentially give you X-ray vision. And pretty much every mission has a little bonus objective. And this one is to kill archers, which doesn't take too terribly long. Sneaky stabby. And you'll see little random ghost arrows sitting around to reload. But eventually you get to the point where you can drain orcs, and they'll give you ghost shot, which is really nice. And you get a little bit of free time where time slows down for you whenever you're using the bow, and that's always really nice. Okay, now see if I can sneak up on him without any orcs seeing me. I don't remember what his weaknesses are, so I will use my ghost sight to check him out again one more time. So, combat finishers and ranged attacks. We have a lot of ghost arrows now, so we'll do that.
You were fast enough to escape.
No idea why that happened. What? Okay. My controller's been having odd issues lately. I don't know why. It's only seemed to be doing it with this game. I was having issues with Dragon Age Inquisition, but I think that was a patch glitch, because I was reading online that a lot of people were having issues with the controller since the latest big patch came out. Okay. Let's screw up my shot, of course. There we go. That's what we were looking for. And so now I'm going to have issues, because I have to fight a lot of Uruks before I can kill him. But I have played this before, so I can defend myself fairly well.
You maggot! A pity I have to kill you. You would make a strong slave. Too slow!
And you can hurt the captains with anything as long as it doesn't specifically say they're immune to it. So I can do combat finishers and stuff on them that I wouldn't normally be able to do. Well, it would like normally kill a normal orc, but since he's a special dude, it would just do normal damage to him. So let me see. I'll get my combo up. It's like that. That would normally kill pretty much any orc, but since he's a captain, I finished him by giving him a barrel roll. And we'll grab his rune, or we'll skip to cutscene and see if it grabbed the rune for me.
So you didn't die 10 years ago.
I take it you did not come here to arrest me for treason, Captain?
You and I are all that remains of that garrison, Hugo.
And why did you come here?
Looking for a slave that fought the Black Hand of Sauron.
More like ran away from him.
You know this man?
Of course. You're staring at him.
Where are the servants of the Dark Lord? Do you even know?
Perhaps.
This is no time to keep secrets.
I have been stuck here for weeks. Steady. Come to the outcast camp. We shall ask my scouts.
I'll be there.
And they had to sneak in Gollum for no particular reason in this, other than brand recognition.
It's just another orc.
No. Someone wants to be seen. We should tread with caution.
He's... I like seeing Gollum, I like him as a character, but they just put him in because it's a Lord of the Rings game. It's the only reason. He serves almost no purpose for the story. Oh yeah, and here you can take little Instagram photos by killing orcs and such. I never use that because I think it's pretty goofy, but maybe I'll take some for funsies. Okay, let's get some upgrades going. We will do the stealthy sneak attack, because you need to be stealthy at the beginning of this game most of the time. I don't need to look up any appendices stuff right now. I have enough abilities to increase my health. Alright. Where are we going now? Check the map. Interested party. Let's go talk to Gollum. Random outcast. Go grab this artifact so we can get some points for upgrading.
No free men left anywhere in Mordor.
Oh, there you are. Grab me some potatoes.
You know, I almost got set on fire.
Your bow becomes amazing by the end of this game too. You're able to rattle off like 50 shots without running out of slow-mo and just massacring every orc that comes about. They're Uruks, I know, but they're a descendant of orcs. I'm gonna keep calling them orcs, goddammit. Oh, it was down there. Might be. So you can grab an artifact, it'll give you a little backstory, get some rewards. So this one, if you find a specific little point on the artifact, there we go. We'll give you a memory.
Alright, worms. Welcome to the Black Gate. You'll be building a...
The only problem with it is you can't let that audio log play while you're doing it. You have to sit there and stare at the goddamn artifact the whole time.
These men are not soldiers. They are not ready to die.
All things that live must die. Man
Please rescue
alone
my friends
faces
before
the
they're
mystery
killed.
of what is beyond
They don't know when
death.
to keep quiet.
And so sometimes if you save slaves, they'll give you little missions to help out their buddies. Oh yeah, and this is intel. If you go and snag the orc that's got that little symbol above his head, he can give you proper information about the war chiefs. Because you can interrogate any orc you come across, but only specific ones are actually will give you real information other than just captain's name. God damn it! I can't stealth interrogate.
Now's our best chance.
Well, fuck that up.
Freedom.
There's another one. I'll just go fight him. This guy. No idea how he didn't see me, but he's not special, so I can just kill him. Him I'll kill. Dude. Him I can beat up. And now I can interrogate. Grab, not stab. There we go. So we'll get these guys. Gunza the Hornblower. Vulnerable to combat, vulnerable to stealth, vulnerable to ranged, vulnerable to mount. He's crap all around. If an orc captain actually manages to kill you whenever you're fighting them, by the time it takes for you to respawn, they'll actually become more powerful and will potentially rank up in the captain hierarchy. They'll get better armor. This guy would lose one of his vulnerabilities, maybe two. Probably would lose his fear. He'd have more strengths. So, especially on the higher up captains, try not to lose, because if you fight a guy who's already kind of tough as is and die, then you have almost no chance in the slightest. I had one guy, there's different monster or orc types later on. One guy who's a sword and spear guy, or shield and spear guy. He was immune to everything except for when he was stunned, he could be hit. And since he had a shield, I couldn't really do that very well, so I'd have to like do the special flip over him, stun him for a second, hit him twice, he'd get unstunned, and I'd have to rinse and repeat. And he had so much health that it took me like 15 minutes to kill him, and he'd keep summoning other orcs to his side, so I'd have to deal with them, and if I didn't kill them fast enough, he would regenerate health. So there's just times where the captains are a severe challenge. Like, you just do not expect them to be as difficult as they can be. Especially because once you get used to the combat, the actual game really isn't super difficult. It's just if you run into difficult captains, that can definitely fuck you up. So, here we go. Got some Hobbit pipeweed. Finest weed in the South Firething. Alright, we'll snag one more mission, and then I believe we'll call it quits for this particular episode, but I will definitely be back with more, because Shadows of Mordor is a goddamn spectacular game, and I highly recommend it to anybody who is looking for a good action/stealth game, or if you just like Lord of the Rings. It's just fun to be back in Middle-earth again. I don't know why I'm stealth running, but just run. And I run so far away. Don't bother doing these missions until you get the jump stabs and stuff like that, because it's hard to do a stealth mission without being able to get all the stealth kills. This one, kill slavers in 3 minutes. Bonus, avoid detection.
Thank goodness.
Sneaky stabbing. Thankfully, orcs apparently have no peripheral vision in the slightest.
Thank you.
Got a free ability from him. And later on, you definitely don't get ability points as quickly, but at the beginning you get them left and right, which is really nice. Okay, and so here is actually a good time to go into ghost mode, so you can get a good rundown of where everybody is.
Kill the ranger, get a barrel of grog and a slave. That's what the captain said. I'm gonna kill that top. When I get my reward, I ain't sharing it.
Killed me a pissing orc.
Captain's just saying that to make us do a job he's too scared.
Don't turn around, don't turn around. Yeah. Making good time, over half done with only a minute down. None of them are looking over here, so sneaky stabbing. That doesn't feel like it should actually be. Feel like it should be considered a stealth kill. I'm sure that made a ton of noise when he was doing that. And then go around this rock.
Can always taste blood, and I'm telling you, it's the blood what makes the grog taste so good. Sucked a bunch of blood out of a slide yesterday, and it didn't make me feel nothing.
Shit. Yep, fucked up.
Just you and me.
So with that, I just lost the bonus objective, which I like doing, so I will come back and finish that again later. But yeah, so that seems like a good place to stop off. Middle-earth: Shadows of Mordor is an excellent game, super fun. I'm definitely going to be recording the whole thing because it's just spectacular, and I've been wanting to play it again since the first time I beat it. Story is still pretty forgettable, but the rest of it's just awesome. So much fun to play. So if you've never played Shadows of Mordor before, go pick it up. You can get it for probably around $30 now, maybe 20 if you find it on Amazon or something. Yeah, so until then, I've been Straylock. Thanks for watching. Tune back in for more videos. I'm still doing Darkest Dungeon. I'll probably put something else up in a little bit too late soon. I just did Spelunky. For those of you who've either never seen it and want to give it a look, or have played it and want to see how terrible I am at it. So yeah, I'll be back with more videos in Shadows of Mordor and those sometime soon. Thanks for watching.